When it comes to Elden Ring, there is simply no other game that comes close to it in terms of world building. The scale, the atmosphere, the lore, and the sense of mystery are on a completely different level. From the moment you step into the lands between, everything feels alive, ancient, and meaningful. And because of that, one big question has been on every fan's mind lately after the Elden Ring Night Train DLC. What's next? Honestly, I don't think there will be another mainline Elden Ring entry. Elden Ring already feels like a complete vision, and Fromsfotware usually doesn't overextend their franchises. Instead of endlessly milking one title, they prefer to move on to new ideas or carefully chosen projects. That said, Fromsfotware is still very busy, and there are several important things currently in development. First, let's talk about the Elden Ring Tarnished Edition, which is being developed for the Nintendo Switch 2. This version is essentially a port designed specifically for the new hardware, but it's not just a simple copy and paste job. With the Tarnished Edition, we're expected to see some new content, including 2 new skills, additional add-ons, and more customization options. The Tarnished Edition is currently planned for release in 2025, but there have been some technical challenges. During internal testing, the Nintendo Switch 2 reportedly struggled to handle the game properly. There were noticeable performance issues, including frame drops, lag, and even crashes in certain areas. Because of this, Fromsfotware and Nintendo are taking extra time to ensure the game is properly optimized. Rather than rushing out a broken version, they want to deliver the best possible experience, which is honestly the right decision. Now, while Elden Ring is being prepared for the Switch 2, Fromsfotware is also working on another project called Dustblood, which is also set to release on the Nintendo Switch 2, and this one is a console exclusive. And visually, the game looks absolutely stunning. The atmosphere, the tone, the art style, everything about it gives off strong Bloodborne vibes. Watching the trailer genuinely feels like watching a Bloodborne 2 reveal. Unfortunately, that's where the information ends. There have been no interviews, no gameplay breakdowns, and no developer commentary. Fromsfotware dropped the trailer and then nothing. Complete silence. And if you've watched my previous videos, you already know I'm not a huge fan of this approach, especially when it comes to platform exclusivity. If a game is this ambitious and visually impressive, why limit it to just one platform? Fromsoftware's games are loved worldwide, and locking a title like this behind a single console means a lot of fans simply won't get the chance to play it. I understand exclusivity deals from a business perspective, but from a player's point of view, it's always disappointing. Moving on, Fromsoftware is also reportedly working on a secret project, currently known by the codename FMC. If you didn't know, Fromsoftware often uses internal codenames for their upcoming titles, and I've explained this in detail in one of my previous videos, so definitely check that out if you haven't already. Now, we don't actually know what FMC stands for, but there's an interesting pattern here. Every Dark Souls game has internally started with the letter F. Because of that, many fans believe FMC could potentially be Dark Souls 4. Of course, this is pure speculation, but it's not completely baseless either. That said, FMC could also be a brand new IP, similar to Sekiro or Elden Ring, and honestly, Fromsoftware has proven time and time again that they excel at creating new worlds. Sekiro was a massive departure from Souls, style gameplay, and it turned out to be incredible. Elden Ring, another new IP, went on to become one of the most celebrated games of all time. So, a completely new project wouldn't be surprising at all. Now, a lot of people are probably asking, what about Bloodborne 2? As much as I want it to happen, it's realistically not possible. Bloodborne is a Sony-owned IP, which means Fromsoftware doesn't have full control over it. Any sequel would require Sony's direct involvement, and at this point, there's no indication that it's happening. That said, the least Sony could do is release a 6 FPS patch or a proper remaster. At this stage, that doesn't feel like an unreasonable request at all. As for Sekiro 2, I personally don't think it needs a sequel. Sekiro told a complete, focused story, and its gameplay was built specifically around that experience. A sequel risks losing what made the original so special. So, when you look at everything together, Fromsoftware has multiple paths ahead of them. Whether it's a Dark Souls revival, a brand new IP, or something completely unexpected, one thing is certain. Whatever they release next is going to be worth paying attention to. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think Fromsoftware's next game will be? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe. We're very close to 500 subscribers, and your support really means a lot. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.